The Prime card, the best boxing card in the history of influencer boxing. The main event may be Tommy Fury versus KSI, but we all know the most exciting, the most entertaining fight in this card is Dillon Danis versus Logan Paul. Don't try to say, oh, it's a double main event. There's no such thing as a double main event. There's only one main event, and that's the fight that's last. So who will come out on top? Dillon Danis, the crazy troll, or Logan Paul, the crazy juice head? There's just weird narrative around this fight. You know, everyone loves Dillon Danis and they hate Logan Paul. They're like, oh my god, we love Dillon Danis, but we all know deep down that Logan Paul is going to KO Dillon Danis. People are hyping up Logan Paul too much. He hasn't proven anything in his entire boxing career. Logan Paul lost to the worst KSI we have ever seen. I'm saying it right now, Dillon Danis will get a TKO victory against Logan Paul in the 3rd or 4th round. And this loss will happen because of Logan Paul's biggest weakness. He loves to be in the clinch. And this over-clinching happens because of two things. The first thing being that Logan Paul does not understand the idea of distance very well. He tends to go at his opponent and really overcrowd himself, and by the time he can get a big punch in, he's already too close and he has to clinch them. And the other thing that leads to over-clinching is the fact that he hates to get hit. Let's first talk about the overcrowding of punches. Logan Paul has no idea of distance in boxing. He just throws a punch and hopes for the best. In the Mayweather fight, we saw this so clearly. Mayweather would just have a high guard and walk towards Logan Paul. Don't do anything crazy, just walk towards him. Logan would just basically throw a jab and leap in and go for the clinch. By the time he's there, he can't really do anything other than his favorite position. He loves this position. It's basically, he has them in the clinch like this. He keeps this hand around like their head and just throws hammer fist right at their body. This over clinching will be very bad against Dillon. Dillon is not Mayweather. Dillon is not KSI. Dillon is a jiu-jitsu master. He had a very close jiu-jitsu match with a guy who's basically considered the best in jiu-jitsu. When Dillon is in the clinch with Logan, he will tire him out like crazy. There will be a lot of clinches in this fight because one, Logan loves clinches and so does Dillon. Dillon will 100% be looking for clinches. And due to this over clinching, Dillon will gas Logan out. And Logan Paul is known to gas in the later rounds. Dillon will just accelerate this process. Now let's talk about Logan's second biggest weakness. He's afraid of getting hit. In the KSI fight, when KSI was throwing the most goofiest punches like this basically, Logan was not looking for the counter, he was looking to get out of there or clinch.
Oh, good shot by KSI.
The one time he actually countered is when KSI got knocked down.
Can't fight at this pace for this long,
Big uppercut!
But Logan did not do that the entirety of the fight because he was afraid of getting hit. And the craziest part is when he knocked down KSI and KSI was visibly hurt. He did nothing but throw lazy jabs.
KSI is from that knockdown.
And if I'm not mistaken, on the map, since these guys love math so much, it actually scores as a...
And even crazier, there were moments in this fight where KSI would legit look at his trainers would say something, he would turn around, and Logan wouldn't do anything. He would just stand there and stare at him.
That's good. Yeah, you kept looking at me.
So, bro,
I'm not really looking at me.
Bro, I had the time. I had time to look at you because he don't
Bro,
engage.
no.
He don't engage.
You're a freak.
And you might say something like, oh, KSI is very strong. His power is actually crazy. That's why Logan was always running away in that fight or always trying to look for the clinch. Well, to that, I disagree. I think KSI's power is super overrated because we've seen KSI land his signature right hand on old man Fournier, and Fournier didn't even get knocked out. He was just rocked. Remember, the elbow knocked Fournier out cold, not the, stupid right hand. We've seen Jake knock out other old guys with his right hand. He has one punch KO power, or that's what we thought. But it got exposed by Tommy Fury when he ate those punches like it was nothing. Just because they knocked out an old guy or someone who's known to be knocked out doesn't make them a crazy puncher. Like I said before, this fight will be very clinch heavy. Due to Dillon's jiu-jitsu skills, he'll come out on top in the clinch and he'll gas out Logan. Remember, Logan's arms are huge. All that muscle will make him fatigue really quickly. All Dillon has to do is weather the storm that will be rounds 1 and 2. Logan Paul will be very angry due to his roid rage and come out swinging. All Dillon has to do is put his high guard up and walk towards him. And we've seen before, Logan will just jab and clinch. All he has to do and he wins 100%. And I believe Dillon will do that. I think he will clinch a lot in this fight. And you also have to consider the fact that Logan Paul crumbles under the pressure. And in this fight, he has the most pressure on him. Like I said before, people think that Dillon Danis is going to lose and Logan Paul is going to win. Due to this pressure, his mind will break down. But you might say, oh, Logan Paul's been participating in the WWE in front of a huge crowd, in front of a lot of people, so he probably won't crumble under the pressure because he's been under the pressure the past year or two. Well, to that I disagree, because the WWE is scripted, boxing is not. Dillon has embarrassed Logan in every way possible. Embarrassed him by exposing and making fun of his fiancé, and Logan Paul most likely did not know about his fiancé's background. Embarrassed him by basically exposing his PED use. And the craziest embarrassment was today, where we saw the weigh-in, and yesterday with the press conference, he embarrassed him by first throwing the mic on him, and the comebacks in the weigh-in were actually crazy. When Dillon TKOs Logan, the internet will explode. It will be crazy. Well, thank you so much for watching till the end of the video. It really helps a lot. If you don't agree, comment down below on why you don't agree. Maybe I made a mistake. Thank you for watching, and I really hope you subscribe, and Dillon Danis will take home the W.